You know, when I came back to the game, I was told group PVE in BDO is dead. Like, straight up dead, beaten to death, and you can't do anything about it. But I personally think that's bad. That's bad. If that's the case, what's the point of joining a guild if you can't do things with your homies? So I set out to prove everyone wrong. And I think I was able to do so. And that is why I'm here today. And what I want to explain to you on how I did it. Not only to maybe make you join my guild, but also so maybe some other guilds have some ideas on what they can do and just have an idea of how it works. But, you know, doing stuff together in a group makes the game more fun. It makes being in a guild more fun, and it helped me up the average progression of all my members. And that's kind of the big thing here, you know? Working together, achieving something, I would call that a great success. But obviously, if you enjoy what you see here, you can also join my guild by clicking on the Discord link below and asking to join. Or simply subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see more content that I make anyway on of the video. So, let's just get straight into it, right? So, I kind of just logged into the game here, but I kind of wanted to talk about this topic here because I think it's important. It's important. Don't get me wrong, you can entirely play this game solo. But I think that is a reason why a lot of people stop playing this game. You could just go grind Highlands every day. But what is the point in being in a guild? That is why I came back to the guild game, why the Catgirl Republic is still a thing, and why my Discord every single day has people just asking if they can do stuff together. And I think that is what really matters here. It's a way to just take your lower end members, get them to be a bit better at the game, have them progress a bit, and just get faster towards good gear. And I think that is something that's often lost. So if you're in a guild, and your guild tells you, oh, we don't want to do scroll bosses, we don't want to do anything. You know, that's not the point of a guild. But if you're a guild master, maybe just look into doing some group PvE. It's a good thing to do. Like, just drag people along. And I'm kind of going to explain that here, and that's why we're here in the first place. So, let's get one thing right out of the way. Does it make more money doing group content? I want to get this out of the way as the very first thing. Group spots, they don't make you more money. Not necessarily. If we look at group spots, you will notice that you could basically make the same, that you can, well, Decade 2 always is the exception, right? It's a new high-end spot they added to the game. But for the most part, you could most likely make the same money by just doing it solo. But like I said earlier, it's not the point. And there is quite a few things you can do as a group in this game, and it's not just group spots, so I kind of wanted to go over them, especially to highlight one thing that I personally enjoy. So, what kind of group content is out there? Well, let's first start with the obvious one, dungeons. There's Atoraxxion dungeons. They suck. You don't want to do them. They are like kind of very bad. The reward, it's not that they are like unenjoyable. The main thing is, if you sit down with people for an hour and all you get is a single disto at base level, you will be very sad. But the fact is, the rewards are even worse. You get like a Tungrad earring at like Pry or something, so it's even worse than getting a base disto. So it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. But you know what is worth the time? Party bosses. That is something you should absolutely do with your people. If you have a guild, do party bosses. They are fun. I have done all of them this week. They give you good rewards. You normally get like 1-2 devos out of it. That's actually good rewards. They don't take that long once you have them down, and it's a group building activity. Everyone is getting a bit better at the bosses. Everyone is getting a bit better at mechanics and playing their class, so that's good. The main bosses, I would suggest, if you're like new, just do Bulgazal, just do Uturi, just do Jikwi. And if you're really funny and you want to troll your friends, just do Blueclad and tell them you're doing a Genshin Impact puzzle session. I mean, that's what I did to my guild. They kind of hate me now, but it's really fun. It's actually the easiest boss if you know the mechanics, but you're literally playing a Genshin Impact puzzle. So, that's that. That's obviously already like a group activity you can do, and once you're good at it, it shouldn't take more than an hour per week, maybe 1.5. And if you do them hard mode, even better. Hard mode, however, takes you like... someone told me you need 330 AP. That's a bit much. But considering that we took 15 minutes to kill Bulgazal on hard mode, I think that's fair. I think that's very fair, that assumption. But you can also do normal mode. And the main thing is normal mode gives you less money. Hard mode gives you more money. But it doesn't mean that normal mode is not worth it. You still get like 1-2 devos from each boss. Sometimes you get none. But normally the average, I think, is like 4-6 devos per week. Which is a lot. You know, that's like quite a bit to just spend an hour on and do with your friends. That is obviously one thing you can do now. So at least we have now 1 hour we can spend playing with friends. So what is the next thing you can do? The next thing you can do is group grinding spots. And I personally think, you know, group grinding spots, a lot of them are kind of troll. A lot of them are not very good. Like, I don't think anyone wants to do Schultz guard at this point. But there's a few that are pretty good. And that's the main point that I want to highlight here. I want to give you tips what you can do if you're a guild, even if you're like really bad gear-wise. You can still do most likely Allon's Valley if you have a single carry. You can do, I don't know what Altar Imps. I think Altar Imps is alright, I'm not sure. I mean, the stats here are a bit exaggerated. I'm gonna take off this, I'm gonna take off those two. Here we go, more realistic. I think Altar Imp was alright. I don't think Upper Gryphons is good anymore, but if I had to rank them, if you're completely new and you're just a new friend of your new friend group, just do Altar Imps. It's a 2-man party spot, so you just need one friend, and if you're new to the game, you most likely don't have... I mean, to be fair, I think if you're new to BDO, you might have more friends than other people. I think the longer you play BDO, the less friends you have, but I think that's just a sad reality. Unless you do those things that I'm explaining in those videos, in this video, you know? If you do this, you're gonna end up with a lot of friends. Because Allon's Valley needs a third person. There's no 5-man grind spot, though, that's really worth it. Upper Gryphons is the only one, and I don't think it's that good. But there is a 5-man grind spot, and I'm gonna explain it in a bit here. But if you want to group grind, at the start you can just do Altar Imps, maybe Castle Ruins. I'm not sure what Castle Ruins myself, I never did it. I just know that Altar Imps is good. If you have a single person who can carry you, you can do normal Allon's Valley, and if you have Agris, it's actually really good money. 1.5 billion is not unrealistic. If you look at my own grind tracker, Allon's Valley is a spot that I spend a lot of time at. This is not all the time, this is just the time I entered, but my average is like 1.5 billion per hour. That is not bad. And as a note, at that point, my gear was not very good. My gear was very much not good. But there is only just one thing you can do. Having just 3 friends, just having a group of 3 doing this is not that much. So how do we get 5 people? And this is gonna be something that might piss off a lot of people if I say this, but if someone tells you that you can do scrolls, scrolls are actually pretty good, and I'm just gonna show here a bit of footage from it. But scrolls written in ancient language, if you have a good group, you get it down properly. We made about 1.2 billion in profit if you sell them, almost 2 billion per hour in actual scrolls and profit if you don't sell them. They are worth it if you need memory fragments, and most people need memory fragments. So why not do it? And I want to seriously give this little tip here to just do them. Use the fact that they are pretty easy to do, that you just need 5 people for them. You can even do to 4 people as the boss's scale. And they do get easier the more people you have, but obviously if you have one person who barely does anything and who's super low gear or doesn't know how to play the game, it's gonna be slower. But the main point is you can have 5 people doing this, and that is the main magic of it. You can have 5 decently new people, you can make 1 billion per hour just running those scrolls, and you will end up having fun. That is the main point of it. So that is kind of the note that I want to end this video on. I'm doing all of those things with other people. I might make a dedicated video on how to run memory fragment scrolls as well. But I just wanted to give you some ideas here. Just some ideas. And I hope I left you on some ideas here. I'll make a dedicated video on how to run those memory fragment scrolls, because I think that is kind of something I want to hype people up for. But do them. It's good. It's good, that's the main thing. And I want you to tell me something in the comments. I want you to tell me something in the comments. Do you run group content in BDO? Or am I the only person who forces my entire guild to run group content? Am I the only person? And my group enjoys it. My guild enjoys doing group content. I see daily messages about it. Do you enjoy it? You have to tell me in the comments if you did it before, if you do it in general, or if you want to join in, you know? But I want to leave you on this message, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I see you again next time. So, I'll see you guys next time, and this is the end of the video. See you guys